Is that 10 minutes? Oh my God. I don't even know how long ago this cut off. So I'm just going to continue what I was talking about because I don't want to stop yet. But I was talking about like, let me just do a little recap. I don't know how far it cut off, but I was talking about my lover and how we separated, okay? And we were separated because I don't remember what the initial reason why we separated, but I was upset with him and found out he had messaged an ex, right? And it was really hurtful or whatever, so I didn't want to. I was mad, you know. I didn't want to talk to him. I didn't want to hear what happened or whatever. And even though he told me that, like, nothing, they didn't even communicate, he deleted the messages right away or whatever, it was still hurtful, you know? And at this time, I had somebody try to approach me and want to take me out on a date. And I remember thinking, oh, how nice this would be to actually have a man respect me, love me, you know what I mean? But I was like, no, I'm not going to do that, whatever. And I was getting literally like every single day because it was a coworker. So every single day I was having to see him and like having to tell myself like, nope, I'm going to focus on me right now. I'm not going to focus on this. Like, I'm so glad that I didn't fall to that I did the work and the healing and I learned to let that go and I was able to find the forgiveness and all of that and know that, yeah, he reached out because he was insecure. He had a wounding he needed to heal and hopefully he didn't act on it. Hopefully he's being honest and he didn't act on it. But I just have to trust that he didn't, right? So anyways, like around the time we were separated or whatever, like I messaged her and I was like, I want to know what happened or whatever. I was like, please just be honest with me so I can move on if I need to be. You know what I mean? And I let it go. She never wrote back or whatever. But anyway, I'm glad she didn't at the time. I healed from that. I released it. I let it go. I got out of my ego and I realized, you know what? Even if he did message her and talk to her or whatever, he still chose me, right? And we're back together. We're stronger than ever. We're healing things. It allowed me to heal certain things, me to get over. I'm so glad I didn't fall to temptation. I'm so glad that I didn't do anything out of ego, out of like, I'm going to show him, you know what I mean? Now I'm going to go message someone and do something because, you know, I didn't do any of that. And anyway, so glad that like we're where we're at now. So it was funny then the other day I get a message back from her. You know, she had just seen the message or whatever and telling me how, yeah, he may have messaged, but they didn't communicate. They didn't talk. She hadn't seen them in years. She's not even sure why messaging, what happened or whatever. And it was literally just more confirmation that like that was all I needed, you know, like I'm glad she didn't respond at the time. I still healed from everything, but it was more like just confirming to me like you did the right thing, you know, like there's just so much, like, there's so much that we get tested with, things get held back, but you know, that's why you gotta really, you gotta look at why you're experiencing something. Why are you experiencing it? What do you need to heal from yourself? All of your actions, you know, like I had to tell myself, like, you know what? I'm not a cheater. I don't cheat. I don't go do all of those things. So I'm not going to get a reaction of somebody doing those things unless I put them there. Like if you worry about stuff, if you project and think somebody's going to act a certain way, you're sending them that energy where then they could act that way. So be very mindful of what you're thinking. You're creating that. It's like if you think something's going to happen to you, then you can pull that into your reality. So you need to not do that. Now, if you're heavily with somebody and you just can't trust them and you keep thinking they're going to, if you can't shut that off, then it could be letting you know that they really are doing that. But it's like if let's say they're not, you better let go of those thoughts of them of doing that then. Or you're going to manifest that. Otherwise, you know, and if you can't, why are you with them? You know, that was something where I had realized, like, I really felt like I just couldn't trust them. And I was like, I have to separate from you because nothing is healing this wounding. I can't stand not trusting you and I can't stay in this anxiety, you know? And then when we were apart, it allowed me to heal those woundings, and for me to realize that I have to heal this and I got to trust him if I'm going to move forward, or otherwise, what am I doing? I can't do that to myself. And it was like, I made up my mind. I was done. I wasn't going to pursue things again. And then the love and the connection is just too strong, and getting back together and all of that. I forgot all about that. And then just little things will come about, and I'd be like, nah, he's not, or whatever. Like, either way, the truth always comes out. I'm like, so I'm just going to be vulnerable. And if he did do things, or if he does do things, like, then it's going to come out, and it's going to break my heart, whatever. Then I move forward. Then I'll have the evidence, but I'm not going to just sit here and worry and manifest it, right? Like I said, and then that's when the confirmation came in that nothing ever happened there, and I was just, and he hasn't shown me any signs or whatever. So I was like, see, the devil was getting to my mind, right? The stuff that maybe other people were inflicting on me were getting into my mind too. So, but yeah, it's all to teach you to heal things within yourself, So, I don't know. That's what I wanted to talk about a little bit. So this was because my last reading got cut off, and I wanted to explain a little bit about the situation, and I put my personal experiences in there to help people heal from things, right? Don't listen to what other people say. Like, my God, like, if I would have listened to what other people were saying, you know what I mean? Like, about him in the situation, and people love to gossip, right? They would have been like, oh, he talked to an ex? Like, like, no, he wanted that ex back. You know what I mean? And, people get scared. And I know that he was needing to heal some abandonment wounds. And I know that he reached out in a vulnerable time where he was feeling alone, right? I wasn't talking to him. I was blowing him off, and it's one of those, like, sometimes you think you're going to do something, and then you do, like, it hits you like, no, I don't want it. Like, sometimes it's like you need to mess up to show yourself that, like, you learn from it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes not fully going through with things, like, that just shows. Like, that's why he told me that after he messaged you. He's just like, no, what am I doing? Like, I don't want to talk to her and hurt her if she finds out. That's why he told me that he had. And like, I believe him. I really do. I really think. And the message, if anything, it had backed that up. But, it came like months later or whatever. But the truth always comes out, like it's meant to. It will show itself. Lies always come out. You can't hide them. You need to know that. So if you're worried about something, just let it go. And, if it comes out to show you something, then it shows you something that you need to let things, like, work themselves out too. Like, even injustices. Like, I had so many injustices that happened to me in the past, right? I let them go. I knew that they'd be made right. And it's so beautiful. Like, I see all of the justice coming in now, all of the upgrades that are coming in, all of the things that, like, I lost, that got destroyed or taken or whatever. Like, I've seen all the upgrades coming in. And I'm like, it's so beautiful, all the things upgraded. Like, things are always made right. Okay. And things are always upgrading and changing and elevating. So to hold on to older things, like, don't have too much attachment to them. Okay. Because upgrades, are nice and beautiful, especially when they're well earned and deserved. And I feel like that's coming in for a lot of people too. Like, that's always what I tell my kids too. Like, if you get something stolen from you, you lose something, you break something, then you better know an upgrade's coming in, or it's meant for you to have something new. Or maybe you had too much of an attachment to it, so you're being tested to make sure that your love and your faith is stronger than any material thing. And it's important to not lose yourself in material things, right? And attachments. It's really important. So All right, I'm gonna leave this one here. I have to go check on my dinner. I'm sending love and light to all of you guys. Bye.